This multi-million-dollar heist rattling crypto investors this week. A hacker stole over $100 million from a DeFi, a decentralized finance platform called Balancer. And joining us now, cybersecurity expert Chris Krebs. He served as the inaugural director of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. He also ran U.S. cyber policy for Microsoft. So, Chris, let's just get back to what is Balancer? It was, I guess, it used Ether or something as a background.
Balancer is a pool. It's similar to Uniswap, which is probably the more popular one. That might not help you, but just kind of think of it like a big piggy bank. Okay. Where if you want to trade Ethereum or Ether, you throw it in, you mix it up, and then you can do trades there within the pool. What happened here was there was a flaw that was discovered a couple years ago that a bad guy figured out how to exploit it, skim fractions of pennies effectively off the top, use flash loans, so really quick loans at scale, and like you said, 110, 120 million. Best way to think about this is a little bit like the movie Office Space in the scheme at the end where they shave off fractions of a penny and it goes kind of a little awry. Same sort of thing here. Lots of interesting aspects about this hack, though, including the possible use of AI in writing the exploit code. I
think the biggest question is how safe should you feel if you are holding crypto somewhere? How safe is your wallet? How safe is the place you store any of this stuff? It's a little scary.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It was within this protocol specifically. Balancer hopped on top of it. They throttled a lot of the activity. They were able to claw some of the money back. But it's really difficult because DeFi, as Joe mentioned, is decentralized. There's no centralized governance mechanism. There's a possibility that law enforcement, whether it's the FBI, some other security service, can claw some of the money back, but they have to be sitting in a friendly exchange or on a friendly wallet to be able to get it back, kind of like they did years ago with Colonial Pipeline.
What was it's a so-called validation loophole. We know now that we want layered security, I guess more than one. They didn't have this in this case. Did they learn now that they need that? And can it be, they're going to change that?
It's going to be interesting to see what happens next. Because again, this vulnerability was known years ago. Balancer is a project that's kind of open source, small team. They just, I believe, ran through a downsize, so a headcount reduction. And they have this whole raft of priorities, including modernization, feature improvements. So sometimes when you look at these older vulnerabilities that may be lower priority, that are written across hundreds of thousands, if not millions of contracts, it's a lot of work to go then update the protocol in each of those smart contracts.
The benefit of DeFi is also the big bugaboo, right? Like DeFi,
Absolutely.
you're not going to be held down by the man, or the man can't do anything to control you. At the same time, you don't have anybody to blame when something goes wrong and say, you owe me my money back. Get it?
Absolutely, and there's a cautionary tale here as well as all the banks in town and elsewhere start adding stablecoin to their holdings. And there's a bit of a bridge here, and there could be a broader systemic risk to liquidity if these banks have stable coins that are then held in some of these pools, and they get another run like this. There's a lot that's got to happen here. I'm not sure we're going to see any U.S. federal government involvement. We are very pro-crypto right now. We are very anti-regulation. So I think it's going to be up to the banks in terms of saying, all right, these are the sorts of governance mechanisms we want as we engage and move forward in crypto and stablecoins.
So because it's DeFi, we have no idea who this was, where they are, where the money is. We have no...
It's not because it's DeFi necessarily.
But we don't know.
We don't know yet.
They're not going to catch... Are they going to catch this person?
Or people.
People?
You know, it's kind of like the Louvre heist, right? It takes a little bit of time.
You got to fence the jewels.
They got him eventually. They didn't know who they were at first.
These, you're not going to get any of this back, are you?
They've already gotten a little bit back, from what I understand. 15 million or so they were able to claw back. But look, since it's on the blockchain, it's an immutable ledger. They can watch every single coin as it moves. But as soon as it hops into some of these kind of safe harbors, then it gets mixed up. But again, the security services are tracking some of this. You've got firms like Chainalysis that are tracking it as well. They're then providing that information to law enforcement. I think we'll get some of it back, and some of it may just get parked, and the bad guys will never be able to touch it because it is being looked over.
Andrew.
Well, that's the thing that I was going to ask is, we've had so many people over the years who come on and said that basically this all is so much more trackable than cash, that we should actually think that this is a better version of cash, and that actually the robbers can't use it. I mean, that's what we've been told at the same time that Jamie Dimon has said, this is all being used by money launderers and everything else. And my question to you is, which is it?
Yes, it's both, right? It's kind of garbage in, garbage out. It's possible to have very secure transactions, but you have to have it locked down kind of from stem to stern. Again, they figured out how to take advantage of a flaw at the pool, run the system. Now, again, the question is, are they going to be able to access their ill-gotten gains on the other side? Right now, we've had over the last several years a clampdown on some of the mixers and some of the exchanges that were being exploited by Russian criminals, ransomware gangs, things like that. We have seen a lot of money that's been frozen up because of sanctions. We have also seen in the last 6 months a bit of a pullback on some of those sanctions, on some of those sketchier exchanges and wallets. So it may be that some of this money leaks out and bad guys are able to get it.